call them terrorists. They fund everything, the elite of the Illuminati, and they fund both sides of every war. This is real. They started the French Revolution. Okay? All of them. Every war you've ever known, even on down to the Cold War, every war even that you know of in modern times, they promoted them and funded both sides. But they agents or black ops or 007s that they sent over there and imposters like they are all these regime team, and then get all the information stored up so when everything falls, they can take the blame for it. So it looked like America had the right to do what they did, which is killing innocent people. They wickedness. Let's keep people in the Arab countries behind enemy lines by allowing them to come in and pretend that they're your friends. They are not. They are the mischief makers. They are the ones who created desegregation. Okay? They are the ones who promote separation, hatred, envy, strife. You know, all of those things are the attributes of their characteristics. And please, if it's not you, don't take offense to it. But you know their actions bear witness to themselves. We're talking about the government action, not the civilian occasion, okay? We're not pointing no fingers at y'all. We're pointing the fingers at the ones who are engineering, okay? The ones that you think that's your friends, but when everything goes, you'll find yourself in one of these camps if you don't have the money that they might be asking for you a safe house, which they have underground bunkers that they're going to be renting out. They showed you this in 2012. You had to spend €1 billion to get on those ships, okay? But each person, you remember that Russian dude? He was in the Illuminati. That's why he got the phone call to let him know. But you just thinking it was because he had money. No. They were showing you that the Illuminati is going to have their own personal phones that when everything starts hitting the fan, they're going to be notified to get the hell out of Dodge, which they think they is, but they're not going to escape it. You know, he intended to destroy those who created this wickedness that causes us to be behind enemy lines and you know, and be miseducated and not know the proper things to eat, and you know how to treat our women, how to treat our men, and how to treat our children. You know, these things, you know, were done by, you know, to keep you from ever, you know, being able to rise above the level that we stuck in. Okay, so it's tough, and like I said, man, I ain't trying to do all the talking, brothers and sisters. I just want y'all, you know, to feel the passion and what we be trying to explain to you, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, you have to always understand that if you don't research, you can't call that person a liar. But you shouldn't have to research what we saying because it's in your face every day on your news, on your TV. You know, all around you in society, you see it. You know, it's
and I want to say, I know a lot of times people, you know, you see things that are happening and you get upset and you get all angry. I mean, I'm not saying that you don't have a right to be angry, but you shouldn't walk around with an angry heart either. walking around like angry, mad all the time, that's not going to get you anywhere. Because a lot of times that anger, when you get it built up, you react to certain situations. Because at least if you're in a calm state in your right mind, you can make the best decisions. And I know it's hard, to focus like that when things are happening. I do understand that, but what I'm just saying is that for the most part, just try your best to analyze things a little bit before you just jump and make a decision. And I know sometimes you don't have the opportunity sometimes, and I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about if you have time, to walk all the way back to your house, to get a gun, then you have time to think about exactly what you're about to do before you do it. If you have time to walk from inside a store back to your car to get a gun, you have time to think. You can actually leave that situation. Those are the things I'm talking about. Now, if you're in a situation and you have no choice and you're defending yourself or trying to protect yourself, then that's different. But every situation doesn't call for violence. Doesn't cause for violence. Doesn't call for violence. I'm sorry. It doesn't call for violence. But again, us uniting, coming together as a people, and doing for ourselves, and this way we can eliminate, being around people who do not, who don't like us. And we have to stop the backbiting, talking about one another behind each other's back. If you have an issue with somebody, neither you just stay away from that person, or you tell them what your differences are about that person. You don't have to go to them, going over there with somebody planning to fight, out of frustration. Neither you stay away from that person or you tell them what you feel. You don't have to go to 30 different people and explain, to somebody what you dislike or don't like about that person, because that's how drama gets started there. Then we end up killing one another over a simple thing that, as far as a pair of shoes, even sometimes. You mean to tell me that a $100 or $200 pair of sneakers is worth somebody's life? And then you wonder why the things that are happening with them, why they're doing it. And again, I'm not justifying what they're doing, but they feel like we don't care. So why should they? And as I say, we have to start holding ourselves responsible. Me and the brother, we always say that we have to hold ourselves responsible for our actions. We know a situation that we've been put in by them, but what are our actions from this point on, from today? Let's start right now today. Like, what are our actions from this point on? What are we going to do starting right now as we're speaking? We have to realize and hold ourselves accountable for things that are going on around us. You walk into your neighborhood and you say you love your neighborhood, the area where you live, but then you throwing trash. You peeing in the hallways. You're disrespecting the women and the children that live around you. You're teaching them how to be disrespectful and hateful. We don't even respect ourselves, so how is it in the areas where we live? We running the property value down, so in turn they can kick us out of the areas where we are, buy up the property, raise the price up, and you can't even move back in the area where you live, where your families live for generations. Because you're not thinking, man. We're not thinking. We partying every day, going out, having a good time, helping them drive the cost of our neighborhoods down so they can, again, tear it down, rebuild it, and keep us from going in there. Because they're pushing us into certain locations, and the next step is going to be in some type of camp, in some type of facility. When you think you're having a hard time now with the police and the FBI, messing with you, Just wait until then. We're gonna see how free this land is gonna be when you allow yourselves to be. We already held in captivity, and you think you're able to do what you want, and they're making that more difficult every day. Remember when you were able to go to the airport and just buy a ticket and just get on the plane as long as you had a passport? They're showing you now they created a situation. Now you got to go through all this drama, get a ticket. You got to take off your shoes when you go into the airport. Your belt. You feel violated because you're lifting your arms up when you're going through the machine so they can scan your body to see if you got anything on you. But again, we've allowed them. We're helping the elite make asses out of us. They're sitting back and they're laughing at how stupid we are as a people. How we corrupting our own children. How we pimping our own women. Turning them into prostitutes. We're not protecting them, and then we wonder why they react the way they act towards us. Yeah, it's a difference. I can say, yeah, they have created this divide between us, but at the same time, we're not even standing up, in our neighborhoods. And I'm not saying we got to go out here and kill somebody to get respect from our women, but we have to show them that we're there to support them. We got to stop messing around with each other's ladies and wives and all that, sneaking around with some other man, wife, and disrupting their home, causing problems. The number of women greater. It's more women on the planet than there are men anyway, so that shouldn't even be a problem. You finding your own woman anyway. So it's a situation, man. We got to start having respect for our families and each other. And I'm not saying you got to come every day, knock on my door, and come to my house and whatever we do. We don't have to hang out, be buddy, but we just got to have that respect. Like I know it was a time when we used to see each other. You get that little head nod. You throw your head up. I don't know if you remember that. We used to do stuff like that. Now you look at somebody looking at you, they mean mugging you. You looking at them crazy. Now you friendly if you speak. That's a title they give it. Oh, he friendly, he green. If he want to talk positive about what's going on around him, he want to uplift people around him, you green. You're a square or whatever they call him. I don't know what the term is now. But because I have a love for people around me, for my community, I see the greater good, in our people. And because I talk about uplifting and building with, with our people, like that makes me a certain type of person, then so be it.
Right.
Because I'd rather have that feeling inside me and that energy than always be negative. Always bringing that negative energy around people, bringing them down. Everything you touch, everybody you go around, you bring that to them and you bring them down. You find ways to create situations to bring drama to other people's lives. And then you wonder why your life is still in a mess. So, brother, I don't know if there's anything you want to, touch bases on before we, go into a break.
I like to say this. This treatment and the issues about it's difficult because if you don't want to accept change, then you won't change. And us sticking together